Brewing Company by Matt Brewing Company out of Utica, New York. Black Forest Cake. Lager brewed with cherries and natural flavor. 5.3% alcohol. Let's give it a shot. I believe I might have had a Saranac years ago. If I did, it wasn't memorable. And if it was memorable at the time, it's not now. This, the label just screams right up my alley. I love my beers with that bakery kind of flavor note into it. Not so much the fruit side, but the bakery items. Chocolate cake. I'm a fat kid. Yeah, I'll take that beer. It's a lager. I was expecting it to be a stout or even a porter. It's a lager. It's a dark lager. It's an extremely dark lager. 5.3% alcohol. Right in the middle. Not too high. Not at all. It does kind of feel light when you drink it, even though it's a dark lager and it's supposed to be a chocolate cake beer. But it says it's brewed with cherries. You do get that flavor kind of characteristic when you're drinking this. If you're looking at the bottle and imagining cake, you might be disappointed. But if you think about cherries when you're drinking this, you do taste it. You do taste slightly a cherry flavor. I shouldn't say slightly. There's a cherry flavor there. I just don't know why, if it's a lager brewed with cherries, that they would go with that chocolate cake. I'm sure they added chocolate flavoring somewhere. But if cherries being up front, I'm confused on why they named it this. But regardless, but it is a pretty decent lager. It's light enough. It's drinkable. You do kind of get that chocolate effect. I'm sure that they put chocolate flavor in there somewhere, but you do get that slightly cherry chocolate flavor. I could see this being just like that thing. I think there's a candy. It's like chocolate covered cherries, but I never liked them because I thought they were gross. But I understand that there's a market for that, and this could be that. And it's really not a terrible beer. It's a little confusing, I'll put it that way, but putting all that aside, I like it. It's pretty decent. My drinkability, I could probably drink 3 or 4 of these. It's light enough, but I feel like the flavor might get old after a while. I think this is clearly a cold month drinking beer. I wouldn't say Christmassy, but I would just kind of blanket it from maybe like November to February, somewhere along those lines. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give it a 6. It's not great. I don't think it's going to be memorable, but I'm not saying it's bad. I could see seeing this label again in the future and being like, hey, I think I remember having that. Let's try it, and having the same exact reaction that I do today. It's okay. It's not bad, but it's not great. It's just kind of okay. It's not a heavy beer. It's a dark beer. It's 5.3% alcohol. You're going to be able to drink it and survive. And it's got some flavor that it kind of advertises. Kind of. So, really, I think that there's other beers on the market that you could probably spend your money on and be happier and more satisfied with. But if you're feeling froggy and you're curious, sure, go out and give Saranac Black Forest Cake by Matt Brewing Company out of Utica, New York. 5.3% alcohol.